My guest today on Meetings with Paul Rivera is none other than one of the biggest content creators in the game, Jesser. We talked about his first viral moment, and he gave incredible advice on those that want to get into the content game. I hope you enjoyed this episode just as much as I did. Building their own brands and building businesses, whatever, and he was like, you got to talk to Jesser. Now, the funny thing is...
shout out to Rico.
Yeah, for sure. The funny thing is, I know of you now because of everything you've built. My first introduction to you is like, I can't tell you how many times I've walked past an iPad and heard your voice of like a kid, like watching you and doing the thing. And I'm like, what is it that you're watching? And it's like, he's like, I'm watching Jesser. And I'm like, this is maybe a year ago, that's when I was introduced to you. And it's like, no, like religiously, like not watching NBA games, like watching you and watching all your challenges and watching, like, do you realize and we'll go back to the beginning, but like, do you realize like the impact you're having like on this generation and how like you're like their like on-ramp to basketball in a lot of cases?
Maybe not the full extent of it, but it's definitely like, because I mean, you just see like numbers on a screen, and then you just film the next video. So it's not until like you go out or like I go to like a basketball camp and it's like every single kid at the camp knows me and is like hype about it. But it's definitely like a cool experience. I'm
sure it has to.
Like, I don't know if I fully understand the effect of it, but definitely when I go out to like camps and stuff, it's like, whoa, like they all know me. Like, what is going on?
That's dope. Let's go to the beginning before we even get to like content. What was your introduction to the game of basketball? Like, you hooper from day one?
No, so I wasn't a hooper from day one at all. I was actually a big soccer player. So like elementary school, I only played soccer and kind of like, because I have an older brother, so it's like what your older brother does is the younger brother you start to do it. And I like love soccer, and then he started getting into basketball. So he did a season while I started playing soccer, and then because he did a season, I started doing it. We had a hoop in the front yard, so I would start playing against him all the time, and that was like middle school for me. But that was really my introduction. Was like. And this was like when LeBron went to the Heat. Okay. Yeah, my brother really got into it. So that's kind of like the time period I got into it, was middle school.
And did you fully jump ship onto soccer? How soon did you?
No, so I joined basketball and I played one game and then I quit. Like I just did horrible. Like I don't think I scored. And I went back to soccer. But then I kept playing like with my brother and getting better. And I started doing like the dribbling drills in my garage every day. And then I went back to basketball. And then when I went back that second time, I like didn't look back on soccer. I was like, I'm gone. I'm going to basketball.
We stole one. Yes. I'm always happy to hear when we steal a soccer player and bring him over to the good side.
But now I'm going back to soccer.
Oh, I love it. Yes. Full circle. Full circle.
Yeah.
Do you remember making your first video? Your first basketball video? Let's go there.
I do remember my first basketball video. Well, so kind of my first basketball video was like NBA 2K. So I don't know if you want to consider the video game as that, but basically my first ever 2K video, because I first got popular playing 2K and posting about NBA 2K, not IRL basketball. And that video was basically, at the time I was making like Minecraft content, and my friend was like, yo, this YouTuber Sub the Gamer, this is like way long ago, like 2013, 14, is hosting a competition trying to find the next big 2K influencer. So I made a Miker episode where I'm just like screaming down the worst mic ever about my player Balake. I think his name was like Balake Swift or something. And I was just screaming the whole time. And then I sent this video into the contest and I never heard back. Like I didn't make it into the contest, but that was my first 2K video. And then after I filmed that one, I was like, oh, this is actually fun. Like I never played 2K really, like besides against my brother. And then even though I didn't make it into like the contest, that I was like, this is fun. So I kept making 2K videos.
I want to ask you now, right? In hindsight, it's like you have, I think, north of 45 million YouTube subscribers, and you're one of the most recognizable faces on earth as it relates to basketball, excluding no one, including NBA players, right? Which I know must be like a wild thing for you. But taking a look back, when you first started posting videos, what was the goal? Was it just cool? Were you trying to build a brand? Because this is before like the word like content creator was even coined, right?
Yeah. So back in the day, like, yeah, at the time, content creator, like I didn't know you could be a content creator like as a career. And also like when you're like 6, 8 years old, like you don't really like think about career like that either. So
Of course.
the goal was literally fun. It was like,
Love it.
let me have fun. Like, because all of my first videos were like home videos, like either with my brother or with my friends, and we just make sketch content, like skits, like Ryan Higa used to do it back in the day, like how to be ninja and stuff, or like old YouTube videos I would watch. But it was literally just like, that's what we would do after school. Like, I enjoyed editing the videos, I enjoyed like coming up with the videos, and it's very like collaborative thing to do with your friends too. Like, so it was really just like, all right, after school, let's have fun. Let's make videos. Like, our goal is to have fun as a kid. That's always your goal. And that's what we would do to have fun.
And at what age is this? Because you say editing, like you're editing at a young age, your own videos?
Yeah. So I edited at a very young age. Like, edited all the videos, which is like blessing to learn how to edit. It's like, I remember like, there's some really old videos where I was in my brother's home videos. So I think those were the first ones, but my own videos were probably like end of elementary school, which is like 5th grade. I don't know how old you are in 5th grade. What are you, like 10 or 9?
Probably 10. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
So
you're
I was
5
like
in kindergarten. So probably like 9, 10. So at 10, you're editing your own videos.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. But
I mean, the edits were nothing crazy.
I mean,
like,
at 10, I'm like eating dirt. Like at 10, like I don't like.
But I mean, I was
like,
obsessed with the computer. Like, I was on there playing World of Warcraft as much as I possibly could. Like, I was definitely like a computer kid. Like, I just love computer games, everything.
That's amazing. I think one of the main reasons I'm so excited about the show and talking to people such as yourself is I believe the majority of our viewers and listeners are at a point in their career where they're trying to figure out either A, what they want to do, or B, how to do it, right? And I think so often you find, you look at people such as yourself that are like super successful and have figured the thing out and are scaling real things. And it's easy to forget that it wasn't always like that, right? It's like, so that's why like at this show, we want to talk about like those inflection points of like, what are those main decisions you made and what you were thinking at the time and what success was in those things. So with that being said, my question to you is, back then you were doing it because it was fun.
Love of the
for
game.
You, right? How important is that? Because I feel there are a lot of people that now, and you're partly to blame for this because you're one of the most successful content creators, they want to be content creators, right? And they're coming into the space thinking of it as a business. I want to be a content creator. So what's going to be the first thing that gets me lit or gets me views or gets me viral, right? Would you say an important first step is finding something you're passionate about? Because if I'm hearing you correctly, that's what got you into the game.
Yeah, I think that's the most important thing, because I feel like there's so many people who have that attitude of like, oh, you can make bread as a content creator, which you can, obviously, and like you see it. And I mean, it's similar like professional athletes. Like, you can make bread being a professional athlete is a good example of it. But I think that the people who get into it for those reasons, like, they definitely like will do like 10-20 videos and then they just like quit. Like, I feel like those aren't the people who like keep going. I feel like if you're passionate about something, it's easy. Like, I'm able to be obsessed with it, thinking about it every waking hour and just go all in just because it's passionate. Like, obsession, if you try to do something you're just completely not passionate about, you'll never be like obsessed and be able to put in the hours you need to become a top person. So yeah, definitely the wrong approach. Definitely find your passion and like go with that, because it won't even feel like you're working.
That's actually a great comp. I've never thought of it of like, you can make a lot of bread being a professional athlete, but you don't pick a sport saying which one's going to get me the richest. Okay, I'll go be an NFL player.
Maybe your parents do. Like, oh, you can get a scholarship.
Get you your
in
lessons.
sport.
Exactly. Talk to me a little bit about when you first started posting videos, creating videos and posting them. What was your viewership like? Are you getting hundreds of viewers? What's that like?
Most videos would get less than like 100 views, 100%.
Okay.
Like,
and is it like you're like on in the comments like, hey, Jesse, keep up the great work? Like,
I would go on other people's videos and be like, yo, like, guys, I'm a struggling YouTuber. Like, because that's what people would do, bro. Like come check out my channel. Like, I used to copy and paste those people on like PewDiePie's videos and stuff.
So Jessa was spamming other YouTube pages. Come check me.
In the
I love it. I love the hustle.
Because I was getting no views. Like, because obviously, like, I mean, you're definitely doing it for fun, but like, you want to see some views. Like, you want like, of course. But definitely like my first couple 100 videos or so, like everything was under like 100 views and like, but yeah, that was getting no viewership.
So that's something I want to spend time on, right? We talked about how many of our viewers are at that inflection point of like, do I stick with this thing? I've tried it. I'm not getting any traction. I'm not getting the views I want. I'm not getting a brand sponsor, any of those things. talk to me a little bit about at that stage when you're passionate about this thing you're doing, you've put a plan into action, and you've made, what are you saying, 100 videos at this point? You've made videos.
Yeah, a couple hundred.
So think about that, a couple hundred videos. You're not getting more than 100 views on them. Why do you continue to do it? And then knowing now, being on the other side of it. So why at that point did you continue to make the videos even though you weren't getting traction?
Yeah, I think it just goes back to the passion part. Like, because I would just get home and watch my favorite YouTubers videos, like KSI's FIFA videos back in the day. Like, I watched every single one. Like Syndicate, this British Minecraft YouTuber, watched all of his videos. Like, and that was just like what I loved. Like, I loved YouTube. I love YouTube. So it was just like, that's all I would consume. Like, I wouldn't really watch traditional TV or do that. I was just consume YouTube, and it's just the passion of it. So like, I enjoyed making the videos. So I think that's what it was. It was just like, it was just fun to do. And to your point about the inflection point is like, also once I figured out you could do it for a career, I was like, bro, I have to make this work. Because why would I want any other job in the world? Like, this is what I love to do. And that definitely like made me go harder when I figured out it was something you could do as a career. I was like, oh, I need to do this as a career.
I love that. And talk a little bit about how important like the consistency of the cadence is as a content creator, right? Because everyone focuses on like the type of content one makes, and everyone focuses on like, I'm gonna have like the best show and the best content. How important into like the entire equation of success as a content creator is consistency?
Yeah, I think consistency is definitely one of the number one things, especially because the average content creator's career doesn't last super long. Like, they like go up and down and down. And I think a lot of that is like consistency. Like, a lot of people burn out, take time off, try to come back. But for me, it's like I'm on like year 12 of posting consistently. Like, I've been posting like every week for 12 years pretty much. Like, I have never been like, all right, let me take 2 months off, or like, I'm burned out, let me take, if I'm burned out, I'm like, all right, we'll take 2 days. I'm not gonna take a month off, bro. I'm like, I'm living the dream. So I think consistency, it's like, it's good for so many different things. Like, you're showing up for the people who watch you, and it's like, it definitely matters like how much you show up to them, that they're able to watch you because they're going to watch someone else. And then consistency is also great just because every rep is a chance to learn. Every video is a rep. So it's like, same thing with like, end up being an athlete, working out. Like, if you're not consistent in the gym, like, it's going to show.
Yeah.
So I think it's probably the most important thing is like consistency and consistently getting better over time.
Yeah. It's one of the things I've learned from being around LeBron as long as I've been around him. And I think it applies to business, and it's something I've tried to apply to my career, is everyone falls in love with like winning the chip. Everyone falls in love with the going viral moment. And Bron's point has always been, you got to fall in love with the process. And if you fall in love with the process, right, that'll get you the reps, that'll get you the cadence. And with a little bit of luck, that gets you the chip, right? Content creation feels like it's a similar mindset of like falling in love with the process of whatever your cadence is of posting once a day, twice a day, once a week, sticking to that before you even see the success of the championships. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, 100%. 100% agree with that.
So let me ask you then, you're posting hundreds of videos, which sounds insane to me. All right.
Yeah, and they're also mainly gaming videos. So it's like, I had like a Minecraft win-a-thon where I'd win a Minecraft mini game every day. Like, I did that for like 2 months. It's just like straight gaming, like a lot of Minecraft and like Call of Duty and stuff. So they're easier to make.
Okay, so you're posting these videos. You take a couple hundred of them. You're getting 100 views. At that point, what were you hype about that you got like 150, 200? Like, when you were in this phase, what got you excited that this thing might be working before it cracks?
Before like I had a viral
before
video.
before you go viral, at that moment, what's keeping you alive besides the passion of like, okay, like I had a good day, I got 200 likes. Like, what's that look like?
Well, honestly, like most of especially the gaming videos, like it was like 10 views, like 20 views. Like, it was so bad, like compared. But yeah, the thing that just kept me going is like, I just enjoyed doing it. So the viewership, like obviously it did matter. Like, I wanted to see views, and if a video did better, I was like so hype, or people started subscribing from my comments on other videos. Like, I was very excited. But I just love the game. Like, I'm enjoying making the videos, and it's like I'm making videos on things I'm doing. Like, I play so much Minecraft as a kid, so it's like I love making videos, and I'm playing video games I love. So it's like a double passion. And same with basketball now. It's like I love basketball, I love hooping and making videos on it. But I mean, just like even a video got like 10, 15 likes, like I would text them to my friends to watch. That would get me hyped. So
it's so funny hearing the similarities. It's like I tell people all the time, I am infinitely curious. I want to learn. I believe you can learn from everyone. People that have been uber successful, people that have failed, you can learn from everyone.
Right.
And if these cameras weren't here, if these mics weren't here and I met you, I'd be asking you these same questions. So for me, it's like, I love learning. I love having these conversations. Before your viral moment, with your first viral moment, which I want to get into, but was there an uptick in like, oh, there's people that I don't know watching, right? I'm getting views that aren't my family or my friends. Was there a moment then when you realized like, okay, wait a minute, I actually have people that are viewing this that I don't know?
I think that was just like from the beginning, because like when your video is 10, 20, like you don't know who those people are. Like I didn't text everyone every video. Like,
well, if it's 10, 20 like, views, you can at least check to see who you know, because it's only 10, 20 views. But that's hilarious.
You don't know. You don't know who watches it back in the day.
Of course.
Like, but yeah, so I think that was just kind of just like always there.
Okay. And you didn't. It's safe to say you didn't judge at that stage. You weren't judging the success of your videos solely by views. Right, you were judging it by like you were enjoying doing it, and you were.
Well, no, I think judging it, like obviously, like I love making all the videos, but actually like judging it, yeah, like I feel like it's the views, like what, like
even that early,
video was successful or not, is if it got views or not. And I feel like to this day, that's still like the same success metric. Like, did it get a lot of views? Like, did people watch it and enjoy it?
So, from your first video, how much time ballpark, and how many videos posted before you go viral?
Hard to say, because a lot of my first videos were just me being in my brother's like home videos.
Okay.
So I don't know the exact time, but I would say like 4 or 5 years of
wow.
Because like I wasn't like super consistent in the early days. Like we were just making like skits, and then we would make them like whenever we hung out and different things like that. I didn't really get consistent until like 2013, 2012 when I started doing gaming videos.
Okay.
So I would say like maybe like 4 or 5 years.
So from when you started posting consistently, what was the time frame between consistent posting to your first viral moment? Ballpark. Is it a year, 2 years?
Oh, I feel like maybe like a year of I wasn't super consistent back then as I am today, but probably like maybe like half a year to a year of like.
Gotcha.
Because basically it was like once I started like that 2K video I told you about earlier, where I entered that contest, like my third 2K video went viral, and that's how everything kind of started for me. So basically like right when I went to 2K is like posted a couple of like duds, and then all of a sudden one just banged.
Gotcha. So like I want to spend a little bit of time on right before your viral moment, because there are people that are going to watch this, right? And there's this mindset of like, it's like microwave generation, like they want to go viral with the first post, and if they don't, they feel it's a failure, it's not working, generation. Right?
That's a good one.
Yeah, like for anyone watching this, talk a little bit about like, in most cases, things aren't going to pop immediately. It's not going to go viral, right? Like any advice you can give to sticking to the thing, sticking to the consistency of it, right? And again, falling in love with that process and it not being all about like chasing the viral moment.
Yeah, I feel like you just gotta have the reality is you're never gonna have a viral video every single time. Like, I think it's just about the consistency. Like we said earlier, you have to, because consistency is so great because you just improve every video. Every video is a chance to get better. And like, if you're expecting every video to go viral, that will just like, I mean, that will never happen unless you just completely understand like the algorithm and everything. Like, which is, I don't even understand. I've been doing this my whole life. Like, so yeah, I mean, it's. That's like you can't be on fire every game.
Yeah, yeah. I tell people all the time, like you bat 300 in baseball, that puts you in the Hall of Fame, right? Steph Curry makes less than 50% of his 3-pointers. He's the greatest shooter ever. For you to think you're going to be successful in every piece of content you make is just
crazy.
Yeah, it's just delusional. Let's talk about the moment when your first time going viral.
First time viral. Okay.
Did you think when you posted it that it was like, oh, I think this is gonna go? Did you have any? Talk a little bit.
I feel like when you've never posted a viral video, I feel like I was never like, oh, this is the one. Like I was just going. But basically, the video I made, it was called NBA 2K in real life. So NBA 2K, the basketball video game, like was very unrealistic, especially in 2K14, because there was things like charge cheese, where you could take a charge like 3/4 court and it would just like work. Like the guy would get sucked into your charge and it was like just cheese, or like you throw a pass and the dude keeps running. Just like things that don't happen in real basketball. So we basically, me and my friends like went to the park. Or no, we did it at my house and just on the hoop outside, and It was literally just making fun of all those things that don't happen in real life because it's a basketball game. So that basically, like, I posted that, and then like Bleacher Report posted it, like Kotaku posted it. All these different like outlets posted it on their like Ball's Life posted it. They all posted it on their websites, their articles. And it got like 300,000 views. And I was like, holy fuck, like this is so sick.
Up to
like,
that moment, what's the most views you'd had before this viral moment? Ballpark.
I think one video had like a couple thousand.
So you went from a couple thousand to like 300,000 views.
Yeah, most videos get like absolutely no views. And it was insane. So I was very excited. I was like, man, like went to school the next day. I was like, these people don't know, but I just had the most viral video.
Did you think in that moment, like, I've made it, I've cracked this thing, we're out of here, baby?
No, like I definitely didn't feel like that. I was like, I mean, I was just excited. Like I definitely wasn't like, oh, full-time content creator. Here I am. Like, because all the rest of my videos didn't do anything. Like, like one hit doesn't really get you like super far, honestly. But basically what happened after that is I made NBA 2K in real life part 2. And we were like, all right, we're going to make this video again, but in an even better version. And then I posted that version, and then that got picked up by all the people again, and that one got like 1 million views.
Oh wow! Is that your first 1 million view?
Yeah, first 1 million view video. So that was just like, okay, take the concept that worked, run it back, and we just did it better.
Let's do it better. Yep.
And then that's like that's when everything kind of started for me. Is like that second video when it went viral and got like 1 million views. Like people at school were all talking about it, like because I mean 1 million views, especially 12 years ago, it was like crazy.
Yeah.
So like everyone at school knew about the video, and then that's kind of like it hit. Like it was. Then I gained like 5,000 subscribers from that video, and I only had like 100 subscribers.
Jessa was lit. Jessa was lit.
I was Jessa the Laser back then too, so that was a good time.
There's an interesting insight there in that, you know, 2K in real life, it pops for you, it goes viral, right? And you have, you know, 300,000 views, and it gets picked up. There's a tendency sometimes to try to reinvent the wheel when you're an entrepreneur. Like, I did that thing, what's the next thing? You decided in that moment to double down on the thing that was working.
Double down.
Talk about that a little bit, like what the mindset was in doubling down as opposed to trying a completely different concept.
Yeah, well, that was our first banger video, like first like viral video. So I think because me and my friends who made it, it wasn't just like a solo video or anything. I think we watched it and like, bro, like we were like, this did so well. Like we gotta do another one. Like, and then it was just like, we could have done the video better. Because the first one was like in my front yard, like on the hoop. So we like went to the full court at the park, which was like a big up level for the video. And then it was just like, there were so many things where like, oh, we could have done this, and just like all brainstorming together. So yeah, and then even now I double down all the time. Like the amount of videos I've doubled down on is absurd at this point. Like, but I mean, if the audience likes something, bro, keep feeding them until
give the people what they want.
Yeah, give the people what they want.
Yes,
facts.
Something I find like really interesting is, and I think in large part because of the success content creators such as yourself have had and other people in the space, is there's this belief by like young content creators and entrepreneurs that they need the whole thing, right? For me to be successful, I need the content studio, I need a budget, I need a team. How important at the beginning of your career, maybe even before you were thinking of it as a career, was creating content with what you had, right? It's like not focusing on the shit you don't have, but like how important was like, hey, if I just had my front yard, this is our set today. How important is that for like young content creators to understand?
Yeah, I think that's super important because I think a lot of times people who just starting out will look at like someone like me or like Mr. Beast and be like, whoa, these guys have a huge team. Like you need the craziest team. But in reality, it's like you really just need yourself. Like you could just use your phone, even especially the quality nowadays is literally like a phone and a mic is enough to get started. So the barrier to entry is actually like really, really low today. And yeah, you should always just use your environments. Like you don't need to like rent out a crazy space, or because even if you like just scroll like Instagram Reels or something, it's like most of the content just like out and about. It's not like at this like crazy set or anything. And obviously like certain creators are able to do that because they've been grinding so long, they've been able to build up the team. But especially in the beginning, like you don't need all those things. And there's even top creators nowadays that like, for example, like Ryan Trahan, like he'll go solo on these trips, or he'll just go with his wife and he's like filming half his video on his phone or like one camera. It's like he doesn't even have a cameraman. Like I know like my friend Pearson, she was telling me she films all of her videos with a tripod and she's getting like 1 million+ views every video. Like it's like you do not need a bunch of crazy stuff, especially in the beginning. And when you can see it, there's obviously there are creators who have big teams, but then there's so many creators who have just like they're doing their own thing by themselves.
Yeah, and that's not to say that having a great team, that's a luxury, right? It's great. You can have, but you don't need it, especially at the beginning, right? Like it's like do what you can with what you have type scenario. I remember having a conversation with Drewski, and we were having a sort of similar conversation about the early days, and he was like, my first set was my mom's living room, and he's like, she'd come home and I'd have the couch upside down and cushions all over the place and lamps. He's like, and I did that till I could go and get a set and do other things. And I think that's such an important thing for like young content creators or entrepreneurs to understand. It's like, hey, like just do, like, there are people that spend so much time on like a strategy and a plan, and it's like, that's great and important, but how important is it, like, take the leap and just start making stuff?
Like, if you're like, oh, I need a set, you're just adding like obstacles. Like you got to make the barrier to entry as easy as possible, and which it is. Like you can, especially like TikTok, Instagram, it's like all on the phone. Like that is so like you could make a video like instantly. Like it's insane.
And then so now you have 2 videos back to back. Just are super lit now. You've gone viral. You've gone viral back to back. At this point, are you thinking, oh shit, okay, I am a content creator and this can be a business for me? What's your thought process at this moment?
So in high school, like I knew you could be a content creator as a full-time job because like my idols, that's what they were. So like I knew I wanted to do it, but I mean, having 2 viral videos is like, you need to have a real audience to be able to do it full time that like comes back for every video. So it was definitely like, oh, like this is good. Like I'm getting somewhere. Like this is great. But I definitely wasn't like, oh, I'm full time now. Like I'm ready to go. But like after that point, which was really nice, is I kept posting 2K videos, not necessarily like skits about 2K, which I did some, which none of them ever hit like that one did. But like instantly my videos went to 1,000 views per video.
Okay.
And I was just posting 2K videos, and every single one would get at least 1,000, like anywhere from like 1 to 5,000 views. And then that streak went on for a long time, but I didn't like go and chase that, like, oh, I'm only gonna do like skits IRL because those bang. I just went back to like what I was enjoying doing, and that was like 2K, even though, and yeah, I was stoked to be getting 1,000 views for a video. Like that was killer. Like I was hyped.
You bring up such an interesting point of, I think there are people that believe that success is linear, right? Meaning like, I got 2 viral videos, so that means my 3rd one's gonna be viral, my 4th one's gonna be viral. We're gonna go from 1,000 views to 2,000 views. And it's not linear. To your point, in content creation and business, some things are gonna hit, some things aren't, some things will hit. Things that worked last year may not work this year. You gotta learn, adapt, pivot, tweak. How important has that been through your career as a content creator of like, not too high, not too low, how you feel about, the things you're making? I
think just as, especially a YouTuber, like it's all social media is like up and down. Like you could have a great month, a horrible month. You could post the worst video, and like routinely it's like we post like, so YouTube ranks all your videos like 1 out of 10 means it's like your best video in the last 10, like 10 out of 10 is your worst 10. So anytime you post a 10 out of 10, like it's low-key, like it's depressing. Like it's very depressing. Like it sucks. Especially like we all work so hard on a video. So it's like, there is a lot of like the times where like, damn, man. But you try not to let it get to you. It's like hate comments almost. The same thing. It's like, after you see so many, it's like you become immune to it. So it's like, or immune in a way where you never get too low based off like what someone you don't know said. But definitely highs and lows, and especially in the beginning it hurts more, but after like 10 years it's like even out now emotionally. Like a video does great, I'm like, nice, you did great. Like we're already filming another 15 videos.
You're on to the next one, right?
Yeah, it's like everything's on to the next one. Now it's like all the videos I post I filmed months ago because we're just like ahead for different reasons. So it's like, oh, I forgot we even filmed that. Like, oh, we did well. Like, let's go. Like, all right, I gotta film this other one today. Like, you just gotta keep moving. Like, you can't get stuck on anything.
Yeah, I tell people all the time, it's like, you can't get too high, you can't get too low. As they say in sports, you're never as good as your best game. You're never as bad as your worst game.
That's a great quote.
And you got to just continue kind of doing the thing.
And it's hard, especially like in the beginning, like a new content creator, all of a sudden they're getting like all this hate or all this praise. Like you're not used to it. It's like, whoa, it's like, it can be intense.
Yeah. Actually, you bring up a great point. You also, along your journey, it's not going to be filled with, rose-colored cheering fans that are saying you're the best, right? What's your best? How have you dealt with that? And then what's your best advice to people as it relates to like the hate and the negative comments or non-believers?
Yeah, for me, I think just like I've just been doing it so long that it's like in the beginning they definitely hurt more, but now it's like I just don't care really what someone else thinks, and it's hard to give advice like, oh, just don't care what it is, because like obviously you see it, like you're gonna have like an emotional reaction. But I think it's good to realize is like every content creator gets hate. It's like something to think about. It's like when you get a hate message, it's like, okay, but so does literally everyone else. Like you're not like uniquely getting hated on. Like this is the internet. And like I know it's like you could say that you'll still have like it can be an emotional reaction, especially if someone says some like vile things and like it's someone who's watched the video so they know like personal stuff. It's like, whoa, man, like relax. But
one of my favorite quotes, it's by Billie Jean King, and it's the last, I don't know if you're a tennis fan, but it's the last thing tennis players see when they're walking out onto center court of the US Open. It's a quote that says, pressure is a privilege, right? And what it means, at least my takeaway is, if there's pressure, that means you've done something to get yourself to this point that it matters, right? I tend to look at hate the same way.
Yeah,
if someone's hating on you, it means you're doing something. No one hates on someone that's doing small things, right? So like, that's always been my advice of like, take the hate. That means you're doing something.
If you get a lot of hate, you're probably blessed.
Yeah, totally.
It's such a weird thing.
And it's hard in the moment, right? It's hard in the moment to think of it like that, because it is, it is your art. It is things you care about. You and your team have worked on this thing. You want it to be successful. And so, yeah, you're human, but you got to keep it moving. You got to keep those tires moving. And it's like I always say, like, pressure is a privilege. So like hate is part of like, the journey just as much as the
one thing
others.
I noticed too is like the younger your fans are, the less hate you get, bro. It's the older kids, bro. It's the like high school and up people are devious, bro. So I like the young audience, bro. They're nice. Like when they see you in person, they're jumping up and down, getting hyped. So like, I like the youth. The youth are way nicer.
That's amazing. That's a great point. Do you remember at what point you realized or decided, okay, this now can be a business for me and this is the thing I'm going to do?
Yeah, so I always knew in high school this is what I wanted to do. Like ever since I found out you could do this, is what I wanted to do. And then through high school, like 2015, when I was a sophomore, is when my videos started getting like 100,000 views per video. And I only spent the money I would make on 2K packs to just for the videos or like equipment for the videos. So I was like, I slowly like stockpiling money. And then by like the time I was a junior or like towards the end of junior year, like I had like almost 200,000 in my bank account from just doing these videos.
Jessa. You're treating the sizzler tonight, baby.
Yeah, I was like, I mean, the thing is, like, when you first, if you never, like, as a kid, obviously, you don't really, like, have money. But then when you have money as an adult, like, you don't know what to do with it. Really, like, I didn't really know how to spend money. So I didn't spend anything besides 2K packs. So thankfully, like, because I didn't realize, like, oh, I could just buy, like, shoes or whatever. Like, I didn't spend anything in high school. Like, literally just packs and everything. But I always told my parents, like, this is what I want to do. They always supported that. And then after my junior year, I ended up finishing a year early through this thing called the Casey, which is basically like similar to a GED.
Okay.
And then my parents were super supportive, and like, cause my mom wanted to move to Florida. So like if I finished high school a year early, she could move a year early.
From where? Where were you?
We were in LA.
LA.
Grew up in
she
LA.
wanted to move to Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And were you pro move? You wanted to move to Florida? You wanted to stay?
No, sorry. My mom wanted to move to Florida.
Oh, got you.
But she had to wait till I finished high school.
Got you.
Because my dad was overseas.
Okay.
So she was super supportive. She was like, "Oh, I can move. Finish.
Let's
early."
go, baby.
And then so I finished a year early, and then just was like, I'm going full time, going all in on it.
To be clear, $200,000 is a lot of money today. I don't care how much money you make. I can't fathom being a junior in high school making $200,000. How aware of it were you? Because I laugh because my son, when he was a kid and he'd get money for like his birthday, like friends would come over and he'd be like, I have $96. Yeah. Like he'd go and he'd be like, like back then, were you like, holy shit, this thing's working? I have 200K?
Not really. Like, it's so weird because like it wasn't until I like moved out into a YouTube house and then we had to like pay rent and everything. And then I like my Chris was like, "Holy shit! Like you have this much money in your account!" Like, and I'm putting the down payment and stuff. And it's like I was like I didn't really like. Because I was never like checking my bank account all the time or anything. It was like until I moved out, it was like, I don't know. I moved out and I was like, oh, and then yeah, once I started spending, it was like I went into like I started buying every shoe.
It's a slippery slope.
But I remember like when I moved out, I was like, yeah, I only have one pair of shoes. Like I didn't spend any of the money. Yeah, I was like,
wow. And then back then, how are you making most of your money? How are you monetizing this thing?
Literally like 100% of the money was just from AdSense. So just ads on my YouTube videos. Okay. And that was basically like sophomore and junior years when I started getting like 100,000 plus views of video. So and I was posting like multiple times a week. So
okay. Mm-hmm. And then it's now working. We're making some money. We're averaging 100,000 views. You move, right? You're now making this like your bit. Was there something that switched for you? And what I'm trying to get at is like, there is a switch that goes off, whether it's in your process, in your mindset, in your day-to-day. I am going now from creating videos to creating a business around this thing, right?
When that switch happened?
Yeah.
That switch didn't happen for a while, honestly. It didn't. Like, I feel like that didn't really happen until I had like 3 million subscribers. So that was like many, many years after I moved out. And because it was just like, bro, I was like, the business part is like, we were making money just making videos. Like, it was the same thing. Yeah. Like, and I lived with all of my friends. So we would all like have one camera guy that filmed like all of our videos and everything. But it wasn't like, oh, I need all these different employees, because I was still editing all the videos by myself. So it's kind of like I was just doing the same thing, like just by myself at like a higher level. But the point where it was like, okay, I should turn this into a business is like, I just kept seeing these other creators. I was like, bro, how are they making these videos? Like, how are they doing this? And like comparing myself to like the other channels, like I was like, how is Mr. Beast making these videos? Like, how is all these things? And then I was like, let me do my research. So I started like calling these people, like talking to them. And I remember I went to one YouTuber's offices, and this dude had like 8 editors in one room. Like he had like 20 people running around, and I was like, oh, like this makes sense. Like you have to have a team. And then I got a business coach because I was like, I don't know how to run a business. Shout out my boy Daniel Priestley. So he taught me like business, because like when you drop out of high school, they don't even teach you any business in high school or anything. So then he was able to teach me. And then I was like, man, I want to get bigger. Like I want to be like these people at like 10, 20 million. And then I saw they all had teams. So that was kind of the point where I like hired a bunch of people and everything changed.
I love that you said that. One of my favorite quotes that I learned in business is early on is, it's better to own 10% of a watermelon than 100% of a grape. Right. And it taught me like the power.
That's a great quote. Right? I like
that. It taught me the power in like team, the power in partnership, the power in bringing people on to help execute your vision, right? Talk a little bit about how important that is for people to, first of all, when is the right moment, you think, to expand and build a team? And how important it is to surround yourself with great people to help execute your vision?
Yeah, I think it's definitely the most important thing, having a great team, and like a team you can really trust. Because I mean, especially like once I made the team, it was kind of like the hockey stick growth when it wasn't like just me, and even like the first people I hired was like an editor. Like that just took off. That gave me so much time back, because editing is such it's such a long process to edit videos. So I think when you have the funds to do it, and you're able to hire people and have a team that maybe like can do that type of work, because like obviously the edits on my videos, they were good, and I felt like I was a good editor, but that wasn't like what was making the videos like super viral at the time. I feel like obviously super important to the process, but the fact that you can like outsource that and have someone do it and take that time is just so incredibly helpful. And then kind of like over time realizing, and as the business got bigger, that just how crucial having all those different pieces were. And it's just like, I can have a million good ideas, but like a lot of times now the videos we posted, like I didn't think of that. It was like maybe like Johnny or someone else on the team who thought of the idea. So it's just like, you can put so many more hours into a video. Like if I could only put like 40 hours into a video, if I have 10 people and we all put 40 hours into the video, it's like 400 hours got put into the video. So like, of course it's going to be a way better product. So I think it's just, the team just makes it just like, it's powerful, especially when you have like the right people around you.
Yeah. And look, none of us, especially early on, none of us have infinite budget, right? Like it's like we have money, we got to make decisions, and building a business. When hiring a team, I have found that one of the biggest mistakes young entrepreneurs make is they hire people that are like just like them, that like think of the world they do, like the same things, have the same skill set, have the same expertise. How at that early stage did you know that like editor was the first hire to make, and then how'd you build your team around that?
So I knew editor was the first hire to make just because my roommates that I was living with had editors, and they would like see me editing all the time, be like, bro, Jesse, you gotta get an editor. So it was literally just them like pushing me, like, Smart. What are you doing? Like, why are you still editing these videos? So shout out to them, like for pushing me to get one. What was the second part of your question?
And then how'd you prioritize building a team around, like once you hired the editor, like what were your other hires?
Yeah, so it's definitely one step at a time. The next hire was cameras, like, so someone to just film the videos, because before that, we like when we did IRL videos, all tripod, like it's just so static. So it's like cameraman, editor, like I feel like those always make sense as a content creator as like the first two hires. And then after that, like getting someone to help around the house, and then that person ends up being good on camera, so you start putting them in videos, and then like coming up with the videos, like someone help on that end. And then like it's just like you can outsource so much of the process, and like obviously you got to stick too true to it. But I think the important thing is when building a team is like going slowly. It's not like don't hire like 5 people at once. Like hire one person, be good with them, then hire like another person like a month later or 2 months later. But I think you got to kind of like, you got to take it slow. I think is super important.
This next question I'm going to ask you, I am clear it's probably going to contribute to the college dropout rate, and it's gonna contribute to the kids that don't go to college. Explain to us what the experience was like living like in a YouTube house.
Oh, dude. I mean, it was like memories I'll never forget, like the best times ever. So basically like living with all of your best friends, all doing what everybody loves to do together is like the most wild experience. Like especially like a bunch of like 18-year-old 19-year-olds who'd never lived on their own before living together. Like a lot of things went wrong, but it was like times I'll never forget. Like we literally like just doing whatever you want, like with the homies. I mean, it was the best time ever. There's so many like fun experiences and moments, but like that literally like you can hang out with your friends any time of the day, like, and you're also in a mansion, which is the craziest thing to think about.
That sound you hear is high school kids across the country telling their parents they're not going to college.
Yeah, YouTube house is like is a peak experience, right? It is really, like, we're just living with your homies, like it's so, and everyone's doing the same job. I mean, obviously, especially when you're young, like there's just random BS drama that comes, but it's like looking back, it's just like so much fun. Yeah,
of course. So like in following you, it feels like there have been inflection points to like, how do we get to 1,000 views? And then we're getting to averaging 100,000 views, and we're making some money now, and we can, hire people. What was the next level of success or success metric for you? Like for you that you were holding yourself accountable to? Was it like, we want to average 1 million views, we want to bring more sponsors in? Like what did that look like for you at the time?
So I remember when I was at like 2 million, almost 3 million, like, bro, my channel was just not growing very fast, it was getting like 10, 20,000 subs a month, which is awesome, but it was like not where I wanted it to be. And so I was like, man, I just got to work harder. That was like my input. So I started daily vlogging, because I feel like as a content creator, like that's the hardest you could work. And I would see like Logan and Jake Paul doing their daily vlog. And I was like, let's get to 3 million in every video, like spamming that. And that was really the ambition. Like I wanted to get to 10 million subscribers. So I was like, I got to do something different. Like whatever I'm doing is not getting me there. So it was at that point when I was where I was like, okay, let me set a really like lofty goal, and it feels unachievable. Like I have no idea how I'm ever going to get to 10 million, but that was like, I was trying to manifest it. So I was saying in every video, like we're trying to hit 10 million. No idea how we were going to get there, because we were getting like 10,000 subs a month. I'm talking about going to 10 million. So I think it was at that was kind of the point where I was like, all right, let me set like a crazy expectation, like lofty goal.
How important do you think for people building either their personal brands or their businesses are goals, like you know, metrics of like I want, whether it's views, whether it's money, whether, you know, how important do you think it is to set goals?
Yeah, I think it's incredibly important, because I feel like manifesting is a big thing. So it's like, all right, when your goal is, let's say, like 10 million subscribers, like I will have 10 million subscribers, like always telling yourself that. I think it's just when you manifest and keep like saying it to yourself, it really like goes a long way. But I feel like it's like not having a goal is like just going out in the ocean on a boat, and like you're just like, all right, wherever I end up, I'm going. Like you have to have like a North Star. You have to have something to chase, because I feel like your actions will be directly like tied to your goal of like what you're gonna do. So you have to have a goal. Like otherwise, like what are you doing? You're just like aimless. Obviously, like in the beginning, like I mean, the goal I guess was to have fun, like videos with my friends and like have fun and get views. But yeah, I think goal is super, super important.
And I love that. Earlier we said that success isn't linear, right? You don't just go from 100,000 views to 200,000 views and, you know, every month you're going up, right? Sometimes that video is going to be 10 out of 10.
Yeah, the dark days.
You know, I feel the same way. Like you just said, you know, you felt like the growth wasn't happening as fast as you'd like it to at one point, right? Mm-hmm. How important do you believe it is for you not to be, for a young creator, a young entrepreneur, not to be so precious about like what their idea is or the way they do it, right? Like how flexible do you have to be? Like just people that are creating their own business or creating content or those things. My question is, because you just said you weren't getting the growth, and maybe some people would have said, I'm just going to make more videos. And you were like, you know what? I'm going to blog now. Like how important is like being flexible in your vision?
Yeah, I think adapting is mega important. I feel like the creators who don't adapt die. So like if I was still doing 2K videos, like my channel would be so small to where it is. And when I stopped doing 2K, people like got mad, but it's like you have to adapt, especially in the creator economy and creator space. It's like the algorithm could change, and it's like if you don't change with like your stuff up a little bit, like you're cooked. So I think adapting is super important. And for me, I've tried so many different types of content. Like I had a Fortnite channel, React channel. I was doing daily vlogs. I've done basketball content, soccer content. Like I feel like I've done cooking videos. Like you have to be flexible and adapt, or else your channel will die. Like you have to evolve as a creator, because you're never going to have like the same type of content. Like the creators that have existed for more than 10 years and are still like getting views, it's like they almost have like different eras of like content and types, because if they were doing the same thing their whole career, then they would fizzle out. They wouldn't be who they are. So adapting is incredibly important. I think it's nimble too. It's like we'll make a strategy and we'll be like, all right, we're doing this for the year. After a month it doesn't work, we're like, all right, we're not doing this for the year. New strategy, bro. Like this did not work. Abort ship, bro. Like do not. Yeah, the ship is sinking, bro. Like don't stay on.
Yeah. Mayday. Abort mission. 2 words, Bucketsquad. How does that come to life? When does the idea hit you that that's kind of the brand and that you want to build around that?
Yeah, so it's kind of a long story with Bucketsquad. So pretty much the way it started was in high school on the freshman basketball team. Like me and my close friends, like my boy Ben, who's actually here with me.
What up, Ben?
Bucketsquad Ben.
Was Ben a bucket?
He was. That's our starting point guard.
Give me a comp to Ben's game his freshman year. Give me an NBA comp to his style.
He's like a Steve Nash.
Ooh, it's a good friend. It's a good friend right there.
But so me and the homies on the team, like our friend group within the basketball team, we called ourselves Bucketsquad. It was like our friend group name. And then like as a lot of my favorite YouTubers I watched growing up, they had merch brands. Like they had like a t-shirt you could buy. So like I had like a KSI Beast shirt. Like I had a Phase Adapt t-shirt. And I was like, oh, I want to make my own shirts. And I would tell my audience, like, subscribe to join Bucketsquad. So I would call my audience Bucketsquad. And so it really started like in the very early days. Like I was doing this when I wasn't like 2014. Like while I was still in high school, I started making t-shirts out of my house and like shipping them everything out of my house. And then eventually down the line, I was always a big fan of Ball is Life. So I partnered with them to make my apparel brand. And Bucketsquad was like made by Ball is Life, which was the coolest thing for me. Dope. And had a lot of opportunities with them. And then kind of fizzled out. Like I wasn't putting too much time into it. So I kind of stopped doing it. around like 19, like kind of stopped doing draw slip all his life. And then I was like, you know what? As I learned more about business, I was like, because I just had like an agreement with them. I didn't even have an apparel company or anything. I was like, you know what? Let me make my own business. Actually, now that I understand business, and I restarted the brand in 2022. So that's kind of the Bucketsquad, the history when you say that. And for anyone who doesn't know, sorry, Bucketsquad is a youth-focused apparel brand. Or basketball, youth-focused basketball apparel brand.
Yes, love it. I live in Brooklyn and I see Bucketsquad shorts every weekend at the park.
It?
Yeah,
let's go, baby. It's working.
Yes. We got merch to move, baby. Yes, for sure. One of the common themes I'm hearing throughout your journey as a not only content creator but like an entrepreneur and a businessman is you've seen things that worked, right? You were seeing other content creators that were doing their thing and you were like, well, okay, I know it's possible, right? What's my spin on it? I feel like there are a lot of people that feel like they have to like reinvent the wheel. I got to come up with the thing that no one's done before. And I believe it's like,
that's hard.
Yeah, right? Like talk a little, like there's no shame in saying like, oh, wow, I see what Jess is doing. That's really dope. What's my spin on that thing? But I know it like, that's been a theme for you of seeing people that you admired, you know, people that are successful. How important has it been to have sort of like those muses or those people that you see that it's working with and then putting your own little spin on it?
Yeah, I think that's like, I think inspiration, especially in the content space, it's like you see one thing, you're like, oh, that's a dope idea. Like that looks super fun. I want to do it. But you always just have to add your own twist. So I think as long as people just add their own twist to things and like make it unique to themselves, like it's 100% okay. And it's like, if something works for someone else, like the amount of times I've seen other people do similar videos to my videos, I'm like, I mean, I don't care at all because I'll do similar videos to other people's videos. Like the game, that's the game. Like some people get really like butthurt if someone does a video similar to theirs. And it's like, bro, the game is the game.
The game is like, the game is the game.
Like, I mean, the amount of successful businesses where like, oh, they see one business like successful. It's like if you saw an ice cream shop that was doing something different in New York, like why would you not start one in LA if you were like wanted to do an ice cream shop? Like if someone could be successful in one area, like obviously add your own twist is the most important thing. But yeah, I think that's just so many people find success of just tweaking things a little bit.
I tell people all the time when they're like, I need a new idea. I'm like, walk down the bread aisle in a supermarket. How many brands of bread are there, right? You're not reinventing bread, right? Like, so, to me, I mean, you've had an incredible career and you're so young. And I think, you know, we'll look back 10 years from now, God willing, and we'll laugh at what we thought was successful at this point because you've gone on to do such great things.
Well, let's go. I hope so.
Yeah, my mouth to God's ears, right? I think so. Even in preparing for this, you know, conversation with you, I found it fascinating that like the thing you were known for being a content creator now is like one thing because you are now a CEO of a business, you're a content creator, you know. How has your life changed on a day-to-day as like you're not just a content creator, you now have a business you're building, and like, what are your
definitely got a lot harder like when I started a business and like I have a bunch of employees in different companies now. It's definitely like a lot different. Like back in the day is no schedule, just fake videos, but now it's like my calendar is like every hour I have like a meeting or doing something. So now it's just like very like, all right, I'm like, go to this thing, go to the next thing, go to the next thing. It's like there's not really like free time anymore. So it's definitely different. Like it's definitely I feel like it becomes more of a job once you have a bunch of employees, because obviously like you need to perform because everyone's relying on you. So it's definitely a lot different nowadays. Obviously still fun, we're making videos, but like it's very like there's always like a million things to do now. Then there used to not be a million things to do.
It's definitely not the YouTube house anymore. Like, we got like work to do. No. How do you, I'm guessing revenue and you know how much money we make, and we're adults and all have bills to pay and things like that, but how do you judge success? How does Jesser judge success in 2026?
The way we judge success, I mean, it's different. We do so many different things. So there's obviously different metrics for all of them. But I think the like thing that it comes back to is like, I just want to do really like awesome stuff. Like, I just want to do things that I think are dope personally. Like, I'm like, this is sick. Like if we put out, like an example is like for Bucketsquad, it's like, oh, we could just put out designs that maximize revenue, or we could do like, we're doing like a bunch of anime collabs because I love anime. So we have like all these different anime collabs lined up. We put so much time, resources, and it's like, especially with the licensed product, like it doesn't obviously make as much because all the fees and everything, it takes so long. But it's like, and other products we're working on for like different companies, it's all like products that I'm like, I want to use this. Like I would have fun using this. Like I think this is dope. I think this is sick. So I think it's like how many things can we do where we're like, that was sick. Like this was dope. Like we'll remember it. Like even last week we were in Chicago and we did the first ever like creator takeover for the game. So it was the Bulls Jesser night. And we did the Jesser takeover, and like they had our branding up the entire game, like on all the jumbotron, everything, like in all the timeouts, and like that was something like I'll never forget. Like that was super sick. So it's just like how much stuff can we do that's just like, yo, this is like really dope.
And that had to be a moment, right? I mean, you've done a lot of cool things, and there's a tendency we can all become sort of jaded because you're head down working, but that had to be a moment.
Oh, it was a moment, right? Especially because basically like, the big thing is like, I want to do a $10,000 challenge with them.
Okay.
And the challenge they decided to pick was it was for these two little girls. They had to make a layup, and then I had to make a half court shot. And if I didn't make it, they weren't going to get the 10,000. So
talk about pressure.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna give them 5,000, like of my own money too, if I don't make it. But then I ended up making it first try. I was so hyped. Like that's a moment I'll never forget.
You made the half court shot
first try.
Wow.
Bro, first try, backboard in.
Wow.
So I was so stoked, bro. I'll never forget that moment.
That is dope.
And then like I have a great picture of me and Benny like on the stands doing his iconic like popcorn toss. But it's just surreal to think like, because I always seen like Star Wars night or Kith night. I'm like, what the heck, Jesser takeover night? Like what the heck? That is insane.
That's dope. That's
so
dope.
Just as many dope opportunities and things that we think are cool that we can do.
That's incredible. When you're thinking about content to make or like, you know, contests, you know, cash prizes, stunts, are you thinking about what your viewer wants to see, your subscribers, or are you thinking about like, this would be fun, it's what me and the crew want to do? Or is it a little bit of both?
Definitely a balance, because like for example, like I either a lot of videos I'll host the video or I'll play in the video, and I like infinitely prefer playing in the video just because it's more fun to me, like than just sitting there like watching everyone have fun and like being in the challenges. So, but I still do some hosting of videos and different things like that, but it's definitely like a balance. It's almost like a Venn diagram. Like you have to be in the middle of that, where it's like content you want to do, but content the audience wants to see. Because like if you go too left, like if you go too much on content you want to do, like it just won't hit necessarily. But if you go too right on content they want to see, like you won't have fun, and then you'll burn out. So you have to find that like sweet spot in the middle of it. Definitely, like you have to. It's like a hard thing to balance.
Yeah, no, it makes perfect sense. You sit here with all your successes and millions of subscribers, and I think I read somewhere you have like 11 billion total views or something, and it's hard to even fathom, right? That many views. Talk to me about one time that you were wrong, right? That you thought, and I don't mean it like in a content skit that didn't hit. I mean just in something you believed that was the right approach, and you were wrong on, and you learned, and you pivoted. Like, can you give us an example of that?
Yeah, I think an example of that is when I told you like I went to do the daily vlog because I was like, I just need to work harder. So my views, when I did the daily vlog, basically my views all went down per video. And then like, but the thing is, when you're going on the daily vlog, bro, you're just like on to the next.
Yeah, you're
like,
going.
All you're thinking about is filming and getting the videos files up. But all my metrics went down, and I did it for a month, and like, thank God I got really sick, like looking back. But when I got really sick, I changed my mindset, and I was like, I'm not going to it's not about working harder. Like I need to work smarter. And I was like, kind of what we were talking about earlier, like what you want to make versus what your audience want to see. So I was just like, the daily vlogs they were just like almost too personal, where it was like I would start out the videos with an inside joke after inside joke. So if you had never seen one of my videos and you watch these daily vlogs, you'd be like, what is going on? Like after like 30 seconds, you'd be like, I don't know what's happening, I'm leaving. But the audience loved it because like core audience loves vlogs. But I was like, this isn't working. So then I shifted my strategy, and I decided to do like, I basically was like, let me make a video that someone who's never watched me before can watch, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, this is a dope video," which sounds so simple.
Those are the nuances that are the difference between And
then I did that switch, and then after the daily vlogging, I'd stopped daily vlogging. When I came back, and my new videos were all like, they were bangers. They all went crazy.
That is such a like important, significant, point of. And that's why I asked the question of, there are going to be moments when you believe something is the right path, something is the right strategy, and it's not being so precious about it that it's like, nope, the metrics are showing that this is going the wrong direction, but I am sure this is the right thing, right?
Yeah.
How do you deal with that where you're like, at the core of me, I think this is the right thing, but my audience is saying it's not?
Yeah, it's definitely a hard thing to deal with, because especially when we talk about daily, it's like you really are like, that's the only thing you're doing. And it's like sometimes in content creation, and like I was saying, like my calendar is so, I don't always have time to think because I'm always doing something. I'm always filming. I'm like just going. So I think you can get really like stuck in doing certain things if you don't have time to like think like, am I actually doing the right thing? So I've gone many times where I'm just like going, or like traveling so much where it's like, am I even doing the right thing? Like sometimes you guys definitely think taking that step back and just asking that question, like, does this actually make sense? Because it's not about how hard you work in content. It's like how smart you work and how like how great the video is. Because like you work really hard, do a bunch of daily vlogs, or you could just do one awesome video that took half the time, and it does better than all of them. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's like that.
Wow. So you've been making content for 15, 16 years? How long now?
But consistently,
yeah.
I would say since consistently 12 years. Yeah.
12 years. Okay. And back then when you started, you've talked about, you had, KSI, like people you thought were the heroes and you aspired to be. There, I am positive there's someone watching this right now that's the 14-year-old Jesser, right?
Okay.
What advice do you have for, if you could go back, right, and the 14-year-old Jesser's watching this, what advice would you give yourself as you're starting your content creator journey? Knowing everything you know now.
I think if I was actually talking to myself, I would say look at the analytics, because you can learn so much from that. But like I never even looked at analytics until I had like 2 million subscribers. But I think that's so much because data is like, you can learn so much from data. So I tell myself to do that, because I think that would have helped a lot back in the day if I actually took the time to look at that stuff. And then I would say that, look at the data. Then I would say stay consistent. Well, I guess I wouldn't say that because I already was. Trying to think. Because I would say that I'll just leave it at the data one, because I feel like I had a good path. Like I had a lot of fun with everything, so I wouldn't change anything. But I think if I wanted to do better earlier, I would say look at the data.
Love it. Looking forward, before we get you out of here, I know you have a lot of things you're excited about. You're building. Mm-hmm. What can you tell us that viewers and fans of Jesser and Bucketsquad can look forward to?
Yeah, we're going to have a new content space, which you kind of mentioned with the building. So very, very excited about that. It's going to be around 56,000 square feet. And for context, my office now is 10,000. So we'll be able to have like a full court, mini soccer field, weightlifting gym, half court. So I just feel like it's the ultimate playground. Like it's going to be the funnest place in the world. And I think the videos that I'm able to make there are going to be insane.
I want to make sure we pause for a second of like, you said 50,000 square feet?
56,000.
That
I didn't want it to be that big. The building I originally got was not that big, but then I couldn't get the building, and then I'm paying more than I wanted, and it's bigger than I wanted. But you know what? We ball.
I want to make sure people understand the scale of what 56,000 square feet is. That is incredible. What are you excited about? Like the space, how are you going to use it? I know you're going to have a basketball court, obviously.
We'll have a full court, which is like, there's a lot more opportunity with a full court than a mini half court, which I have now. But we're also going to have the same size full court we'll have as a soccer field next to it, turf field. Dope. We're going to have a weightlifting gym. So like, not only I can get in the gym, but all my employees can like work out and be fit. And they're all really excited about that. We'll have, trying to get a golf simulator, talk about that.
Yes, we know a guy. We know a guy that can help you with that.
Trying to get free stuff. Trying to get like brands to sponsor it. So
dope.
We'll have like the Powerade soccer field just to help pay for it, because it is expensive. But yeah, super, super pumped.
By the way, you are a business owner. You're already thinking about like the costs of things rather than just how cool things are. Yes, brutal. Absolutely. My last question. Hopefully when we have you back on this show,
let's go.
A year from now.
Okay.
What are you excited about that you've accomplished in this next year?
Oh, man. What? We're working on some other companies right now. We're working on like a youth like sports toys products, so like get kids outside that are fun. So I hope the launch of that towards the end of the year just goes well. And I'm like, you know what? It went well. And the products are dope and they're fun.
Dope. So you believe in manifestation as I do.
Yeah.
We'll be here a year from now.
Let's go.
We'll be talking about the product launch, the successful
Yes.
new venue.
Let's
and
go.
I really asked you to be here because I wanted to be an honorary member of Bucketsquad, so we could talk about that
I gotta get you
afterwards.
some shorts.
Yes, let's go, baby. Let's go.
I'll get you some shorts.
Ladies
Let's
and gentlemen, Jessa, thanks for being here. Look forward to having you back.
Thank you so
and,
much. This was
continued
awesome.
success on everything.
You're the best.
Amazing.
Thank you. This was so sick.
Amazing.
This was
Peace.
an honor, bro. Honor to be on the show. Let's go.